My Thanksgiving was cool. It wasn't traditional by any means, but I guess you can say it's a start to new beginnings.
Okay.
Because for those of you who are viewing our YouTube video, you might see that my surroundings look just a little different than they normally do.
Welcome back. It's your girl here for another episode of Mindset Talks Podcast, your favorite podcast that's streaming live every day. No, I'm just joking. It doesn't stream live every
Oh,
day, but
it's like what?
streams new episodes every week.
We sure do. We are some consistent bitches, and I love it.
Girl, I ain't no bitch. No, I'm playing. I could be, but Yes, yes. So,
Crazy.
how was your Thanksgiving? We just had Thanksgiving, and I know you've had an interesting week nonetheless. So, talk to
Mhm.
us.
I sure have. Um, but to start off answering your question, my Thanksgiving was cool. It wasn't traditional by any means, but I guess you can say it's a start to new beginnings.
Okay.
Because for those of you who are viewing our YouTube video, you might see that my surroundings look just a little different than they normally do.
Just a little bit.
Well, I'm sadly not on vacation. However, however, your girl has officially moved out of New York City. So, this is
Oh
why I
my
had to wear a
gosh.
New York sweater because I miss it.
I bet you do. So, Cassie, tell us where you're at.
Oh, well.
What state did you relocate to?
Sadly, I am back in the state of Connecticut. Sorry, y'all. I never thought I'd come back here.
She's apologizing to y'all. She's not apologizing to me because I could understand that if I had ever moved out of Connecticut and came back.
What happens, man?
Wow.
Sometimes you just can't get away from family.
Well, welcome back nonetheless.
Why? Thank you, thank
Okay.
you. Um,
Yay.
oh
My best
boy.
friend's back in state. Meanwhile, I want to move out of state.
Ain't that a bitch?
We'll take you with us, that's all.
Oh, okay, that's fine with me.
Hmm?
But yeah, so I mean, my Thanksgiving was definitely different because I was moving all throughout Thanksgiving week. So very hectic. Didn't have time to go to the store and like buy food to cook and stuff like that. But thankfully, my mom was able to come over and brought some food, and I was able to go to the
Aw.
store to get stuff to make mac and cheese. And that's
Hey.
pretty much it.
Hey, better than nothing, right?
No, that's true. So, it was a hectic one. It was an exhausting one, but nonetheless, like I said before, new beginnings. So
Yeah.
exhausted and
Yay.
excited at the same time.
Well, I'm glad you were still able to spend time with your mom and, be able to have some food of some sort,
Yeah.
just to take a break from all the moving because I know it's been a lot, you
Mm.
know.
Oh, it sure has.
Wow.
It sure has.
Well, I look forward to seeing the difference that you'll have with Thanksgiving next year because obviously it's going to be better than this year with being a little more settled in at this time next year.
Maybe it might not, but we'll see.
We'll instill some good faith. I'll come over and help out with some organization.
Yes. Oh, I need it.
And I act like I know what I'm doing, so it's perfect.
Well, good. Hopefully, you'll still be here next Thanksgiving.
I'm but a flight.
Mm, please. People wouldn't come see me, and I was a short little drive away. I'm not you, other people.
Hey, I'm
You've always been probably one of the only ones to actually drive and come see me. So I love you.
very often. Me and Nat did come to Virginia though.
That is very true, and that was
Mm,
one hell of an experience to not forget.
yeah, that was fun.
But yeah, it was.
That was fun.
Oh man. But anyways, enough about me. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you do anything, Miss? I don't celebrate holidays.
Oh, child, girl, girl, girl. So yeah, I did celebrate Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving was always my one day. I don't like the reasoning behind of it being a holiday, but
Mhm.
I do like to eat and I do like good food. And it does bring back good memories for me, especially growing up and spending time with my family, which regardless of holidays or not, I always enjoy family time.
Yeah.
So just to be able to bring back those memories always feels good. But um, Thanksgiving was good. My week was just kind of emotional. My
Mhm.
grandma's birthday had started the week off.
Oh,
So as we know, my grandma's not here.
yeah.
So that was just kind of a bit much. She would have been 92 if
That's
she was still
insane.
here. I know, it's crazy, right? So, just kind of started off with a little heavy in the heart. And then holidays, I'm kind of realizing part of the reason I don't like to celebrate holidays is that it also allows me to not have to think about who's not here, aka my mom and my grandma mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just kind of hard because I spent time with my daughter's other side of the family, and which they're very loving and welcoming people, like really love them, but
Yeah. Of
it just was hard because you see that closeness that they have, and they've never excluded me from it, but I just miss what I had with my family when I
course.
was growing up, and my mom and my grandma being around. So um we did start Thanksgiving with my sister and my niece and nephew, which was really nice. So
Oh,
it
good.
was literally just the six of us. There was no one else, and it was so peaceful and just. Oop, sorry about that. If my camera went away,
No.
it was just peaceful and just really good time. So, and that was different for us too. So that was,
Mhm.
I appreciate that. And her food was banging. I feel like it just gets better year after year too. So I'm like,
Oh, good.
hell yeah, we was over there munching. And then we did his family side after, which was also a great time. So his aunt made this delicious ass cake. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh. Yeah, so me and my little sweet tooth, I just can't resist.
Oh, God.
But and then we did like a Friendsgiving over the weekend, and so, we just kinda spent time with family and friends more so on his side rather than mine.
Gotcha.
Um, Nothing intentionally to work out that way, but that's just how the weekend went. So it was
Yeah.
exhausting, a lot of traveling because we're like an hour away from everyone.
Mm.
So that was just kind of a bit much, especially with the baby. It was tiring. Everyone's bedtime was all late.
All right. Yeah, I can imagine.
Girl, I was up past my own bedtime. I was like, golly, but kind of feels good that it's over, so now I can recuperate.
I know, right?
like, like, thank God I'm not back to work because I would have been fried today. I would have been so fried.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely hear you on that one.
ooh, girl, yeah. But yeah, it was good nonetheless. So,
Good.
doesn't make me look any more forward to Christmas, but I enjoyed my Thanksgiving
Yeah. Well,
weekend.
that's good. I mean, you gotta take it by strides too, because it definitely is hard to be excited about celebrating these holidays when, like, the key people in your life are missing from that, and then especially, like
Right.
you said, when you're with other people and you see, their tight bonding and their, camaraderie and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
it hits you a lot harder, and it's like, you don't wanna
Yeah.
seem like you're not, like, happy or, like, ungrateful or whatever, but it's
Mhm.
different.
Yes, yes.
So,
And I feel like, sorry to cut you off, but I
yeah.
was just thinking, I feel like a lot of people can relate to this too, but I felt a little torn because I have my family that I usually would spend Thanksgiving with, which is my mom's side, my sister's my father's side.
Mhm.
And I didn't spend Thanksgiving, I didn't see any of them. And that's also really different for me too, where because now that I have a daughter and she has a whole another side of the family,
Yeah.
that really makes things different. And as we get older as adults, everyone's plans change and lifestyles are different. So
Mhm.
to not see that side of the family as well was just kind of, it had me feeling torn. And I wanted to see them, but I didn't want to make my day long as shit either, doing 3 stops opposed to 2.
Right.
So so yeah, it made me miss them a little bit more, but it's just life as we get older.
Yeah, that's true, and it's a really good point because it is interesting, like you said, like, when you do start kind of, like, blending, families and stuff and just seeing how the
Yes.
dynamics change, and it's like, how do you put
Fit
yourself in, like, the
everybody.
2 places at once, and, like,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
very challenging, it's hard.
Yes, yeah, it really is, so I don't know, but, switching up maybe every other year or coming up with some type of system will be a way to
Yeah,
work, or at
yeah.
least just to pop in and say, "Hey," and then like, "Hey, gotta go."
Right, that's true.
Something, but it still requires a lot of driving, which is exhausting.
Oh, yes, definitely, trust me. Going back and forth
Yes.
between Connecticut and New York is definitely exhausting, but, it is what it is, so
Yes, it is. It is. So that actually kind of goes in line with when this episode will be released, it is going to be, I don't know what you said it was.
National Throw Out Your Leftover Day.
That, and I thought there was something else too.
There's a whole bunch of them, but just tying it into the Thanksgiving theme.
Mm.
Today, when you guys are listening to this, you guys should definitely clean out your fridges and throw away all that food that you haven't touched because I know that you have a shit ton in there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You don't want leftovers in your fridge for too long either.
No.
So that which is actually a quick little funny snippet. We had leftovers in our fridge,
Mhm.
and it actually when the containers got punctured, so there was collard green juice all over the bottom shelf in our
Oh.
fridge, which led to us cleaning out the entire fridge, like wiping it down and everything the
Mm.
day before National Throw Out Your Leftovers Day. So that was perfect.
Oh, that sounds fun. It makes me think about my refrigerator in the Bronx when I was there cleaning out the apartment. And like the underneath like the bottom drawer, I
Oh,
don't something had to have like spilled or something and like
mm,
I didn't even bother cleaning that shit because let me tell you, it like hardened into like it had to have been like a juice because it was
yep.
like just like a sugary like I couldn't even like I don't even know. I just left that shit there. I'm like I
Sugar
can't.
coat.
It's so bad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. For those of you, if you have collard greens in your fridge, make sure you throw them shits out
Mm.
because when they spill, they make your fridge smell like trash.
Oh
I
gosh.
refuse to eat anything from the fridge because if we had to open it, it just smelled like trash in the entire house.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you guys actually took the time to clean it out because I know that's a pain in the ass, but it's
It
definitely
was.
necessary.
It was. And it looked great after because me and that organization thing
Yeah. Well,
came
good.
out
I'm glad.
awesome. Yes.
Crazy.
Sorry. So
Oh
we
boy.
also have,
Um, what else was there? Oh,
which is great for the holidays,
right for the holidays. Which one?
the National Day of Electronic Communication.
Oh, yes, that is true. So this is a reminder to everybody to make sure that you utilize the electronics that you have available to you, whether it is email, phone call, video chat, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you guys go ahead and reach out to those loved ones of yours if you did not already this Thanksgiving holiday.
Yes, and there's really like no reason to not be able to be in contact with loved ones anymore.
Exactly.
It's so easy for us to establish relationships with each other nowadays
Hmm.
that I think is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And when you're somebody that's in our situation where you've lost someone, you realize how like special those moments are and
Hmm.
and just basic like just keeping up with people in general, but then also having those electronic forms of communication that you can look back to, when they are
Yes.
no longer here with us. 'Cause I know for me, I hold on to those like really tightly.
Hmm.
Um, and if you don't reach out and you don't have those conversations, whether it's text, I don't know, screenshots of like videos or,
Right.
emails or whatever the case might be, those things will definitely come in use one day. And you don't want to wait until it's too late to try to reach out to somebody.
You definitely don't. And then for like my case now of having a new one added to the family, that helps them to be able to establish relationships with family members who aren't close by. So
Exactly.
you're just able to get that going from the very beginning and maintain those awesome relationships.
It really is because let me tell you, the fact that I am able to electronically communicate with Nat's daughter.
Oh my gosh. On her own like timing. Like you don't have to go through her to get,
Exactly. It's like I love
yeah,
that and it makes me feel like, you know,
a part of her life, like more
and like more
involved.
exactly.
Yes, yeah, it's like the
So,
best thing. It's
thank
like
you,
the
Nat.
best thing. I know, great job, mom. Shoot. The kids all should have that. I mean, safely. I know the internet can be crazy, but that's a safe
Right.
use of it. So,
Yeah. I know.
um,
I was trying to get my other friends to do it too and I was like, "Can you please? I just want to talk to her."
yes, yeah, like you guys listening out there, Facebook Messenger has a Facebook Messenger for kids. So, if you're looking for a way for your children to be able to be in contact with other loved ones or close friends, that is a very safe tool to use.
Mhm.
And a lot of permissions go through the parents first for some things. I know, so um, like in general, to be able to add them, the parent has to add you for their child to talk to you. So it's not like any random person can talk to your kid through this messenger.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
pretty
that's super.
freaking cool.
Yeah. I agree, and I love it, and I appreciate it. So make sure you guys utilize all those communications.
Yeah, I really like that. You know, it's actually interesting. I was talking with a friend, and they had asked me if their baby talking to family members through video chat, or like family members calling to talk to the baby through video chat, if it's weird. And I was like, that's like furthest from weird to me.
Yeah,
How are
you
they
mean
going to
like
get to
how
know
you
those
have
people?
your daughter in some of our video chats, right? Like that kind of thing?
No, like to call like a well, I guess yeah, like when we do calls and
You know,
like
and like she's there.
huh?
Like when we do our calls and like she's there, like that's what
Yes.
I'm talking
Yeah, 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 yeah.
about. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
my friend and their partner had uh opposite opinions on that. One thought it was weird that family members call to talk to the baby through video chat. And I'm like, well, how are they going to get to know them if they don't do that?
Yeah,
If
I mean, maybe
everyone
they think
doesn't
it's
live
weird.
nearby.
Yeah. Maybe because like, they can't talk back or something? I don't know.
But what do you do in person? They can't talk back there either.
That's true.
You see?
That's true. I mean, hey, I don't know. I mean, I like it, I enjoy it, so I don't
Right,
really know.
right. I found it so interesting because I never just thought of it like maybe it's just a part of evolving with the times. I just thought it was normal. Like it's just like, well, how else are they going to get to know someone who's whatever miles away if you
Right.
don't do that? Because talking on the regular phone doesn't make sense because they can't see you and they're like you said, they're not talking back. So what is the baby supposed to do?
Yeah.
They're just gonna listen to you talk. But if you at least are able to put a video on and give them a face to recognize with that voice,
Right.
then it helps that person be, acknowledged, uh, more recognized in the child's life, I would say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So just random. It's funny. I just thought of that. Mm.
No, I mean, it makes sense though, especially like, again, for us, like I can't stop by, whenever I want to necessarily. Like I'm not
Exactly.
close enough for that. So I like that we can actually video chat and I can,
Mm-hmm.
even though I can't, touch her and hold her or whatever, which might be better for you. So you're not like, I mean, not
I
us, but
was
like,
like, what?
you don't want too many
In
people like
general.
touching your baby and like stuff like
Yes.
that. So doing it from a distance, I'm sure is also a little reassuring. But I definitely, I think it really does a lot, and I think that, she will definitely know me more by it as opposed to, like, if I just never actually, like, saw her in person.
Had any communication. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
true. Reach out to your loved ones. You don't want anyone to miss out, especially if you have great personality and great energy to share.
yes, definitely.
Yes. And have you, my friend,
Uh-oh.
seen the new Black Panther movie?
No, not yet, but it is on my list of things to do.
Hmm. I finally went out for a date night and got to see the movie. And I want to say I'm very
Exciting.
proud. I stayed awake the whole time because that shit is like 3 hours long.
Yikes.
I don't sit still for too long. And especially if you don't have a child with you,
Mm.
that's usually like a good nap time.
Yeah, I bet.
But I would definitely recommend seeing it.
Good. I'm glad it
Definitely
was good.
recommend. Yeah, I am going to say that it was a little longer than it needed to be.
Mhm.
That's the only feedback that I'll give.
I feel like that's a lot with,
Um,
like, long movies like that, though. You always feel like it didn't need to be that long.
no, you'll see. It really didn't need to be that long,
Oh,
but
okay.
it Chad Boseman is no longer here, so they had to make sure that the movie was right for him, I guess. Um, and his birthday is actually the day you'll be listening to this. It's released um, November 29th. It is Chadwick Boseman Day, Mr. Black Panther himself, King T'Challa. So, sorry, I just watched the movie. Y'all listening, if you haven't watched the movie, just watch the movie, please. And then, we can chat about it after. But I hope you don't wait too long to watch the movie so we can talk about it. But
Yeah, no, I won't, and this way it gives our listeners an opportunity to watch it too in case they haven't, so we don't give any spoiler
right.
alerts.
Yeah, y'all better just catch up and watch it. Watch it on a bootleg. If your Fire Stick is jailbroken, I'm sure you can catch it on there or something. But just watch the movie soon because I got mom brain. I'm gonna forget things about it, so
Oh
just
boy. Okay. I got
yeah,
you.
yeah. Just make sure it's within a timely period of time. I don't know.
Good lord. All right, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Okay,
Now
okay,
that I'm
okay.
finally in, well, kind of in like settling mode. So
Mhm.
we'll see.
Yeah. It takes a while to settle down after you move in, though. I remember, I mean, granted, my space is different than your space, but there were like I still have 7 boxes a year later.
God. No, I'm trying not to have any of that.
Yeah, I hope you don't too, because it's just like you start finding shit you forgot about, and it's like, oh my gosh,
See, but
forgot I
then if
had
I saw
this,
that, I'd be like, well, clearly I don't need it, so let me just throw that shit away.
which isn't terrible either, though.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Well, donate it, don't throw it away.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, and it's exciting because then you have a new area to learn about, and
Mm, that's not exciting. I hate learning new areas.
why?
I just do. I don't know. That's why whenever I move, I stay for long periods of time. I don't keep moving. One, because moving is a bitch, and two, just I don't know. I don't.
But I feel like, and maybe it's just because I've caught you after you lived in those places for a while, but I feel like places you've brought me to around where you lived
Hmm.
were like you knew all the spots type of thing. Like
Oh,
for
well.
someone who doesn't like to go anywhere, I'm just trying to understand how
Listen,
that math adds
this
up.
is because people show me the spots. This is not me like locating the spots. This is third party information here.
Well, where do your third parties come from? Like, were your third parties like coworkers or something like that? Because
Well,
it's like in
no, I mean,
Virginia, what did you who did you know?
where did I take you in Virginia that you liked?
I have no idea. I can't remember. That was so long
Well,
ago. But I'm just
see?
saying. But I'm saying this is the first place you lived where I was able to come and visit, and you took us around places.
I mean, I lived in DC. It was a city, so no matter where we went, it was gonna be popping.
That's true. But how do you know that?
Because it's DC, and who doesn't like a good city? Just like New York City, I can always take you anywhere, and it'll be awesome.
I'm not fully convinced, but whatever. The look of your face doesn't fully convince me. That's what it is.
Oh man.
Well,
Well,
all I can say is I'm excited for you to show me someplace new when the warm weather hits because I don't really like venturing in the cold.
I don't blame you.
So, yeah, it's
We
not
won't
good for
be
my
there.
skin
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
at all.
I got you though.
So, whatever third parties you need to connect with by the time spring comes, just get that handled so we can go somewhere and have like brunch or whatever.
Duly noted.
Because I know
I
the area you're in must be nice.
don't know. Maybe.
You don't live in no ragamuffin type of area, so
I mean, I don't know. I feel like where I live is just kind of plopped down in the middle of not the greatest area, but I'm still exploring, so I'm not really
okay,
sure.
okay. Well, I guess we shall see. We shall see.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ooh, is it
No.
time to really reveal our surprise that we had mentioned in our last episode?
Um,
Or should we wait another week?
hmm.
I think we should wait another week, huh?
I think we should wait another week.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So sorry guys, you're gonna have to listen to a whole another episode after this one before you can figure out what we're talking about.
Yes. I am super excited to share, but I do think that we should say hush just a little bit longer.
Okay, well, I'm for it. Well, since we're not going to reveal the surprise, I would love to remind y'all that we do have links in our bios on Instagram and Facebook where you can get some of our merch. You can check out our episodes on your favorite podcasting platforms. You have links to YouTube as well. Do not forget to subscribe to us on YouTube because who doesn't want to see our faces while we're talking if you have the opportunity? We understand some of you are busy, so you got to stick to the podcast, and we're absolutely okay with that. As
Mhm.
long as you continue to support us, we're supporting you. You know,
Exactly.
that's what we're here for. So check out our page, like, comment, share. Definitely share, share, share. Let's get the word out that your girls are here
Mhm.
and we're ready for you every Tuesday.
We sure are, and as always, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening to us. And we shall talk to you next week.
Until next time.
Bye, guys.